live here in Falcon Park in Auburn, New York on a cloudy but hot Tuesday night as the Auburn Doubledays take on the Elmira Pioneers. I'm Evan Carocchio. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. Leading off for the Elmira Pioneers, wearing number 2, Matthew Lehey. Batting second, playing right field, wearing number 34, Andy Schroeder. Batting third, DHing, wearing number 8, Cooper Smith. Batting cleanup for the Pioneers, playing left field, number 12, Aiden Frey. Batting fifth, wearing number 5 and playing first base, Darren Callahan. Batting sixth, wearing number 1, playing third base, Evan Blanchard. Batting seventh, wearing number 77, playing shortstop, Patrick Ward. Batting eighth, wearing number 36, playing center field, Eddie Kaufman. Batting ninth, wearing number 13, catching Bennett Sheeler. And batting last for the Elmira Pioneers, wearing number 24 and playing second base, is Aiden Grabowski. On the mound tonight for the Pioneers, number 3, Mike Giesler. Giesler comes into the game with a record of 1 win and 3 losses. He supports a 4.83 ERA and 22.1 innings pitched. He has thrown 21 strikeouts. And now let's meet your Auburn Doubledays starting lineup. Leading off for the Doubledays, wearing number 8, Gavin Grapuso. He's playing shortstop. Batting second, playing left field, wearing number 19, Ryan Grundy. Batting third, DHing, wearing number 10, Gabe Sanders. Batting cleanup tonight for the Auburn Doubledays, playing first base, wearing number 32, Zach Bale. Batting fifth, playing third base, Adam Sullivan, wearing number 39. Batting sixth, wearing number 1, playing second base, Alex Sandell. And in his first game for the Doubledays, batting seventh, wearing number 13, playing right field, Tyler Lejeune. Batting eighth, DHing number 3, Trevor Murray. Batting ninth, catching, wearing number 30, Dalton Groves. And batting last for your Auburn Doubledays, wearing number 22, playing center field, Bradley Soto Diaz. On the mound tonight for the Auburn Doubledays is number 17, Lucas West. In his last meeting versus the Elmira Pioneers, he threw a shutout game. He beat the Pioneers 5-0, and he supports a record of 2 wins, 0 losses, 1.04 ERA, which is absolutely amazing, and 34.1 innings pitched. He has 26 strikeouts, and he does not walk a lot of batters at all. He only has 5 walks on the season. That's it for tonight's lineups. Let's talk about both teams' records. Elmira comes in this game with a record of 14 wins, 12 losses. They are 7 games behind the first place Batavia Muck Dogs. They're on a 2-game win streak. And in their last 10, they have 5 wins and 5 losses. Their last game, Elmira won versus Jamestown 14-2. And like I said, in their last meeting between the Doubledays, Elmira lost 5-0 with a Lucas West shutout on July 2nd. The Auburn Doubledays come into this game. They are on a 2-game losing streak because they lost Sunday night both games of the doubleheader between the Batavia Muck Dogs at home. They support a record of 16 wins, 10 losses, and 1 tie. They are 5 games behind the Batavia Muck Dogs. And in their last 10, they have 6 wins, 4 losses. In the doubleheader that the Doubledays lost to Batavia, they lost the first game. They were shut out 11-0. Then the second game, they lost 7-3. So that's going to be it from me before we're going to make our way back after the anthem will be sung and the ceremonial first pitch will be thrown. I'm Evan Carocchio. We'll be right back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We're back. The anthem has been sung. The ceremonial first pitch has been thrown by Dalton Grove's father, Mike Groves. Doubledays baseball is just about underway here. The time is 7:05. We'll be expecting the first pitch any second soon. Warming up on the mound right now is Lucas West, wearing number 17. 2-0 record, 1.04 ERA through 34.1 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts, 5 walks, shutout game last time versus the Elmira Pioneers. He's looking for another great start here on a cloudy Tuesday night. The Auburn Doubledays are wearing their home white uniforms, and the Elmira Pioneers are wearing their all-blue road uniforms. West is just about ready to go. He's going to be facing off against Matthew Lehey, the EH leadoff batter for the Pioneers. He steps up to the box. First pitch is just about underway here. West ready to go on the mound, pitching from the stretch. The first pitch is a ball. We're underway here in Falcon Park. Is a 1-0 count to the righty Lehey. West comes set, the 1-0 on the way, and that one's going to be popped up to Bradley Soto Diaz, the center fielder, and waving him off is the right fielder Tyler Lejeune in his first start tonight for the Auburn Doubledays. We've got one out here in the top of the first on an F9 put out. Great grab there by Lejeune for the first out. So 2 pitches into the game, we've already got 1 out. That's going to bring up Andy Schroeder, the right fielder. The pitch on the way, and that one finds the strike zone. 0-1 count. West comes set, the pitch, and that one's going to be belted into right field, but stay foul. 0-2 count to the lefty Schroeder. West looking for his first strikeout of the night here against Schroeder, the pitch. And there it is. Schroeder goes down looking, a backwards K for Lucas West, his first strikeout on the night. Right down the middle, that one was blown right by Andy Schroeder. We've got 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. That's going to bring up the third batter in the Pioneers lineup, Cooper Smith, the DH. The pitch on the way, and that one is low. West wasting no time in between pitches. He's already set, 1-0 count. The pitch on the way, and that one finds the strike zone. 1-1 count. The 1-1 on the way, and that one's going to be hit into center field and dropped for a base hit. First hit of the night for the Elmira Pioneers. As Lucas West is approaching 10 pitches on the night. He's got 2 outs so far. That one found grass out in shallow right center field. So on first base is Cooper Smith. That'll bring up Aiden Frey, the left fielder cleanup batter for the Pioneers. West is giving Smith a look, the pitch, and that one does not find the strike zone. 1-0 count. Smith off of first, West giving him a look, the pitch, and that one is high for ball 2. 10 pitches on the night for Lucas West. Smith off of first, Bale keeping him close. West is going to give him a look. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be hit into right field. Under that is Lejeune, and he makes the grab for the third out here in the top of the first. Pioneers pick up their first hit of the night off of Lucas West, but he also has his first strikeout on the night. 2 plays for Tyler Lejeune in right field to make his presence known for Doubledays fans. 0-0 ball game. We're going to make our way to the bottom of the first for the Doubledays at-bats. We'll be right back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We're back here for the bottom of the first inning. Mike Giesler on the mound tonight for the Elmira Pioneers. He supports a 1-3 record, 4.83 ERA, and 22.13 innings pitched. He has thrown 21 strikeouts. He's going to face off against the red-hot Gavin Grapuso, the shortstop for the Auburn Doubledays. He supports a 280 batting average. And the first pitch on the way from Giesler is a ball. We're underway here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 count, 0-0 ball game. The pitch on the way, and that one is outside for ball 2. 2-0 count to the lefty Grapuso. Grapuso plays his college ball at Wingate University. The pitch, and that one finds the strike zone. First strike of the night from Mike Giesler. 2-1 count. Comes set, the pitch on the way, and that one is outside for ball 3. 3-1 count. Grapuso looking for a walk here or a base hit ahead in the count. 3-1 on the way. And that one's going to be hit into shallow center field and dropped for a base hit by Gavin Grapuso. The Doubledays are on the board with a hit, a single that dropped into shallow center field. Great spot there by Grapuso to put it in play. And that's going to bring up Ryan Grundy, the left fielder, another lefty in the Doubledays lineup. He supports a .217 batting average. And off of first is Grapuso. Giesler pitching from the stretch now. Comes set, the pitch, and that one finds the zone. 0-1 count. Puso leads the league in stolen bases through 24 games. He's got 24 stolen bases. The throwback to first is not in time. Both teams tied with 1 hit. Grundy looking to move around Puso off of first. He's already a few strides off. And he fakes and there that one is drilled into right field. Puso's rounding second. He's going to go to third. He's being waved home. The throw-in will not be in time. A stand-up double for Ryan Grundy to score Gavin Puso, who was stealing to second. Way to show off your speed, Gavin Puso, and what a hit into right field for Ryan Grundy. That's an RBI for Ryan Grundy to score Gavin Puso. 1-0 ball game, as that's going to bring up Gabe Sanders, the DH, batting .286. We've got ourselves a run on the board here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 ball game with no outs. Grundy off of second. The pitch on the way, and that one is high to Gabe Sanders as Giesler approaches 10 pitches on the night. No outs. Doubledays have 2 hits here in the bottom of the first. Pitch on the way, and that one is spiked in the ground. 2-0 count. Sanders steps back in the box. He's up 2-0. Giesler gives Grundy a look, the pitch, and that one finds the strike zone. 2-1 count. Sanders took a moment before the next pitch. He's back in the box. Giesler gives Grundy a look, 2 looks. The 2-1, and that one's going to be hit into right field. Running over is Andy Schroeder, and he makes the grab, tagging up is Ryan Grundy. The throw to third is not in time. So a pop up to right field, just foul of the first base line, is the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. But that one moved around Ryan Grundy. So Grundy is on third base on the pop fly from Gabe Sanders. And that's going to bring up Zach Bale, the first baseman for the Doubledays. The pitch, and that one is low and in the dirt, but a great stop by Bennett Sheeler to keep Ryan Grundy on third base. 1-0 count. Grundy off of third, the pitch, and that one's going to be belted into left field, and that one's going to hit off of the leg of Aiden Frey, and Ryan Grundy is going to score. Zach Bale's rounding second. The throw into third is going to keep Zach Bale at third, but a triple for Zach Bale, and what a celebration by Bale as he scores Ryan Grundy. But the left fielder, Aiden Frey, is limping around a little bit as that one spiked off of his leg. Let's hope that he's all right. Another run scores for the Auburn Doubledays here in the bottom of the first inning. Great hit there by Zach Bale to score Ryan Grundy. A triple for Zach Bale. What a hit by Zach Bale. But right now the coach for the Elmira Pioneers, the head coach, Andrew Drum, is going out there to go check on Aiden Frey, and so is the Doubledays athletic trainer. Let's hope that he's all right. And it appears that he is all right, so he's going to stay in the game as Drum makes his way off the field, and so will the athletic trainer. That's going to bring up Adam Sullivan, the third baseman for the Doubledays, who bats .313 on the season. We've got one out here in the bottom of the first. 2-0 ball game on a triple by Bale that scored Ryan Grundy. Sullivan looking to score Bale here. Put the ball in play in deep outfield. The pitch on the way. And that one does not find the zone. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Geisler is going to give Bale a look. The pitch on the way. And that one is low and spiked in the ground. 2-0 count. Off of third is Bale, the pitch. And that one is swung on and whiffed. 2-1 count. Sullivan steps back in the box. He's working with half of a full count. The pitch. And that one is well outside. Great stop by the catcher, Bennett Sheeler. Geisler approaching 20 pitches on the night. Comes set, gives Bale a look on third. The 3-1, and that one's going to be hit to the first baseman, Darren Callahan. He bobbles it. Bale's going to score, and Sullivan is going to reach first base on an E3. That scores another run with 1 out. 3-0 ball game. Doubledays look electric here in the bottom of the first. So Sullivan is on first base. He reached on an error. That's going to bring up Alex Sandell, the second baseman for the Doubledays. As Sandell needs new signs from the third base coach, manager, head coach Steve LaRose for the Doubledays. Off of first already is Sullivan. Geisler is going to give him a look. The pitch on the way. And that one is low. Great stop by Sheeler again. We've got 1 out, and the Doubledays have already gotten through 5 batters. This is their 6th batter, Sandell, up to the plate. The throwback to first not in time. Sandell supports a .244 batting average on the season. The pitch on the way, and there goes Sullivan, but he's going to have to go back. That one is popped up first base side and foul and out of play. 1-1 count with 1 out. Sullivan off of first. Sandell up to the box. Geisler is going to give Sullivan a look. Comes set. The 1-1 on the way, and there goes Sullivan again, and this time it is popped up and well out of play. We've got a 1-2 count. Sullivan keeps trying to steal, but he has to go back because Sandell keeps popping up. So no stolen bags yet for Sullivan. 1-2 count. The 1-2, and that one is high for ball 2. Geisler approaching 25 pitches through 1 inning, not even 2 outs yet. 2-2 count. Sullivan off of first. The pitch, and that one is high to Sandell. Full count now to Alex Sandell, who was down 1-2. Base hit ball 4 scenario for Sandell. The throwback to first to try to get Sullivan is not in time. The 3-2 on the way, and that one is inside for ball 4. Mike Geisler gives up his first walk of the night to Alex Sandell, and that's going to advance Sullivan to second. We've got 2 runners on with 1 out, and Bennett Sheeler is going to go talk to his starting pitcher. That's going to bring up Tyler Lejeune. for his first at-bat of the season for the Auburn Doubledays. Lejeune wears 13. He plays right field for the Doubledays. He's got 2 great catches on the night so far in the top of the first. Let's see what he can do with 2 runners on. Giesler gives Sullivan a look, the pitch, and that one is called strike. 81 mile per hour right down the middle to Lejeune. Giesler taking his time, the 0-1, and that one is swung on and whiffed. 0-2 count. Down 0-2, Lejeune looking to stay alive and get a base hit that would score Sullivan, who's already in scoring position. Let's see what he can do. The 0-2, and that one is going to be fouled off of him for a dead ball. Still an 0-2 count with 1 out. Lejeune back in the box. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to hit him right in his right arm as Giesler gives up a hit by pitch. Bases are loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Sandell on second, Sullivan on third. Bases loaded, 1 out. That's going to bring up Trevor Murray, the EH, batting 115. The pitch, and that one finds the strike zone to Trevor Murray. A base hit here would score 2. Already a 3-0 ball game, the pitch. And that one finds the strike zone again. Back-to-back strikes from Mike Giesler. He's got 30 pitches on the night. Let's see what Murray can do. Down 0-2. Giesler comes set. The 0-2 on the way. And that one does not find the strike zone. 1-2 count. Fans want to see a base hit. The 1-2, and that one is fouled, but caught. And that is the second out here in the bottom of the second. A foul tip into the glove of Bennett Sheeler picks up the first strikeout of the night for Mike Giesler. And that is going to bring up Dalton Groves, the catcher, 9th batter in the Doubledays lineup, who bats 196. 2 outs, the 0-1, and that one is swung on and whiffed. Another 0-2 count from Mike Giesler. Let's see what Dalton Groves can do with bases loaded, 2 outs. The 0-2, and that one is going to be popped up to shallow right center. And making the grab is Andy Schroeder to retire Dalton Groves. 3 runs come in for the Auburn Doubledays in the bottom of the first inning. A great hit by Ryan Grundy to score Grapuso, and a triple by Zach Bale to score Grundy. And Zach Bale came in off of an error off of a hit by Adam Sullivan. So 3-0 ball game. We're going to make our way to the top of the second inning. We'll be right back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We're back here for the top of the second inning. 3-0 ball game. Leading off for the Pioneers is Darren Callahan, the fifth batter in their lineup. He plays first. The pitch on the way, and a breaking ball that is just inside to the lefty Callahan. Lucas West has already given up a hit in the game, but no runs given up. He's down 2-0 right now to Callahan. Got his first strikeout of the night in the first. The 2-0, and that one is going to be inside. Count is 3-0. The 3-0 on the way, and that one is called strike by the home plate umpire. First strike here in the top of the second inning. The 3-1 on the way, and that one finds the strike zone. Back-to-back strikes from Lucas West to bring himself back in the pitch count. It's now full to Callahan as West comes set. Really set. The 3-2 on the way, and that one is inside for ball 4. First walk of the night given up by Lucas West. That puts a runner on first here in the top of the second, and that's going to bring up Evan Blanchard, the third baseman for the Pioneers. Off of first is Callahan. Bale keeping him close. The pitch on the way, and laying down a bunt is Blanchard, but he does not pull back. He could not make contact either, so it is an 0-1 count. Coach on third, Drum, arguing that he pulled back, but home plate umpire says that he did in fact not pull back, so it is an 0-1 count. Off of first is Callahan, the pitch, and that one finds the strike zone. Count is 0-2. West gets ahead. Comes set. The throwback to first is not in time. Still an 0-2 count. West gives him a look, comes set, but he's going to throw it down to first again. Back-to-back pickoff attempts from Lucas West. Keep Darren Callahan close. The 0-2, and that one is going to be popped up and fouled. Right field side. West has thrown 20 pitches on the night. He's going to throw it back to first again for his third pickoff attempt. Does not want Darren Callahan to steal. The 0-2, and that one is swung on a whip. Second strikeout of the night for Lucas West as he retires Evan Blanchard. What a pitch there to blow one right past by Blanchard for the first out here in the top of the second inning. With one out, that's going to bring up Patrick Ward, the shortstop, with a runner on first. The pitch, and that one finds the strike zone. A 1 count. That was going to be popped up right field side and stay out of play. No balls, 2 strikes as West works well ahead in the pitch count. Going to give Callahan a look again off of first. Comes set. He's going to throw it down to first, but that is not in time. Still an 0-2 count. The pitch, and that one is going to be hit shortly to Alex Sandell, who makes the grab. That one was hit near the handle of the bat. Pop fly right to Sandell. He did not even have to move. So that is an F4 for the second out here in the second. That's going to bring up Eddie Kaufman, the center fielder for the Pioneers. The pitch on the way from West is a breaking ball that is well outside. 1-0 count. West comes set. The pitch, and that one is swung on and whiffed. 1-1 count. Callahan not really showing any signs of potentially stealing, as Zach Bale is keeping him close. The 1-1, and that one is swung on and whiffed. Back-to-back strikes swinging by Lucas West. He's ahead in the count, 1-2. He's looking for his third strikeout of the night here. He's going to come set. He's going to throw it down to first to keep Callahan close. Still a 1-2 count. Going to come set. The 1-2, and that one's going to be fouled first base side. So Kaufman stays alive, down in the count, 1-2. Callahan still off first, the pitch, and that one's going to be hit right to the glove of Lucas West. What a grab by the pitcher as he walks off the mound with some swagger. What a grab there by the starting pitcher for the Auburn Doubledays for the third out here in the top of the second inning. No hits given up in the top of the second, no runs, 3-0 ball game. We're going to make our way to the bottom of the second inning. We'll be right back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We are back here for the bottom of the second inning. Leading off for the Auburn Doubledays is the center fielder, Bradley Soto Diaz. Mike Giesler had a rough first inning, looking for redemption here. The pitch, and that one is going to be popped up first base side. Running over is Darren Callahan, and he makes the grab. One pitch thrown there from Mike Giesler to retire Bradley Soto Diaz. We've got one out here in the bottom of the second inning, and the lineup is going to flip over. That's going to bring up Gavin Garpuso, who's already got a single so far in the game. He also scored in the bottom of the first inning. He was their first run of the game. He's looking to go 2-2 for the night. with 1 out. As Giesler comes set, the 0-0 on the way, and that one is outside for ball 1. The 1-0, and that one's going to be hit to the second baseman, Aiden Grabowski. The throw to first is in time. A 4-3 put out to retire Gavin Grapuso for the second out here in the bottom of the second inning. So far, only 3 pitches thrown from Mike Giesler to get 2 outs. He's going to come set. The pitcher, Ryan Grundy, is called strike by the home plate umpire. 0-1 count with 2 outs. Grundy's doubled in the bottom of the first inning. Scored an RBI. That was Grapuso, the pitch. And that one's going to be belted third base side, but stay out of play. 0-2 count to the lefty Grundy. As Giesler's going to come set the pitch. And that one finds the strike zone. Ryan Grundy goes down looking. Rung up by the home plate umpire. He can't believe it. That's the third out here in the bottom of the second inning. We're going to make our way to the top of the third inning. We'll be right back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We're back here for the top of the third inning. Leading off for the Pioneers is Bennett Sheeler, the catcher. He's going to face off against Lucas West, who's got 2 strikeouts on the night. The pitch, and that one's going to be fouled, and a broken bat from Bennett Sheeler. Swung out of his cleats there, but unfortunately the ball went backwards. 0-1 count. No outs, as Sheeler's going to make his way to get a new bat. West has given up only 1 hit so far to the Pioneers. No runs given up by West. Giesler's given up 3 runs and 3 hits to the Doubledays offense, as West is going to come set. The pitch on the way, and that one is high for ball 1 here in the top of the third inning. One count, the pitch, and that one is high. Count is 2-1. The 2-1, And that one is well outside. Count is 3-1 as Sheeler gets ahead in the count. Time is 7:45 here in the top of the third inning. Was showing some signs of some rain here in Auburn, but nothing yet so far. The 3-1, and that one does not find the strike zone. Sheeler is going to take first base on the second walk of the night given up by Lucas West. It's going to bring up the last batter in the Pioneers lineup, Aiden Grabowski, the first baseman. And off of first already is Bennett Sheeler. West is going to give him a look. The pitch, and that one finds the strike zone. Stepping back in the box is Grabowski. The 0-1, and that one is going to get away from Dalton Groves, and going to second is Bennett Sheeler. He's going to pick up second on a wild pitch. 1-1 count. We've got a runner in scoring position for the Pioneers here in the top of the third. One count. Off of second is Sheeler. West is going to give him a look. Sandell's going to keep him close. The 1-1 on the way, and that one's going to be belted and popped up to the shortstop Grabowski, who makes the grab to retire Grabowski, excuse me. That's the first out here in the top of the third inning. And the lineup is going to flip over. That's going to bring up Matthew Leahy, who popped up to right field in the first. He's working with one out and a runner in scoring position. West is going to give him a look. The pitch on the way, and that one is outside for ball one. One ball, no strikes. Off of second. He's going to lay down a bunt, but pull away. One count to Leahy. The pitch on the way, and that one is going to be fouled back our way. Count is 1-2. To the righty Leahy. West looking for a strikeout here. That would be the second out of the inning and his third strikeout on the night. Off of second is Sheeler still, but Sandell is going to definitely keep him close. West gives him a look. The 1-2, and that one is low for ball two of the at-bat. The 1-2, and that one is going to be hit into center field, but that one is going to be caught into shallow center field by Alex Sandell for the second out here in the top of the third. Looked like it was going to be a base hit, but it was a great grab by Sandell for the second out. With two outs in the top of the third, that is going to bring up the second batter in the Pioneers lineup, Andy Schroeder. He struck out looking in the first. West is going to give Sheeler a look. The 0-0, and that one does not find the zone. West approaching 40 pitches on the night. The 1-0, and that one's going to be fouled back our way. Count is 1-1. Sheeler dancing around off of second. West is going to give him a look. He's dancing with a 1-1. And that one is going to get away from Dalton Groves. That puts a runner 90 feet away from home plate. That would be the first run of the ball game for the Pioneers. If Sheeler does end up scoring, got a 2-1 count, half of a full count to the lefty Schroeder. The 2-1, and that one is outside for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 3-1, and that was going to be hit to Zach Bale, who makes a great grab. He's going to step on first. No runs given up by Lucas West. What a great grab by Zach Bale. Dove for that one for the 3rd out here in the top of the 3rd. Put that one on Sports Center. What a play by Zach Bale to not give up any runs. 3-0 ball game. Lucas West has gone 12 innings in back-to-back games from the Pioneers and Doubledays, giving up no runs. We're going to make our way to the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Doubledays at-bats. We'll be right back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We are back here for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Leading off is going to be Gabe Sanders. He popped up to right field in the 1st inning, looking to pick things up for the Doubledays. Off of Giesler, the pitch on the way, and that one is going to be fouled towards the Doubledays dugout. Count is 0-1. Giesler comes set. The 0-1 on the way, and that one is going to hit Sanders. That's going to put a runner on first base for the Doubledays here in the bottom of the 3rd, and that's going to bring up Zach Bale, who tripled in his first at-bat in the 1st inning. Another triple here would score a run. Had himself a great grab to end the top of the 3rd inning at first base. Off of first already is Sanders. He's dancing around the pitch, and that one is going to be belted into left field. Running over that is Aiden Frey, and he makes the grab to retire Zach Bale. That one was smoked out there, but unfortunately could not find any ground. So that's the 1st out here in the bottom of the 3rd, off of an F7 put out. With 1 out, that is going to bring up Adam Sullivan, who hit for an error in the 1st and was able to make his way to 3rd. Off of first is Sanders. And there he goes to second. No look from Giesler. An easy stolen bag for Gabe Sanders. Giesler didn't even give him a look. He was already halfway off of first. What a heads-up play from Gabe Sanders to pick up a stolen bag. First pitch was a ball to Sullivan, the 1-0, and that was going to be fouled third base side. One count. Off of second is Sanders. Giesler's now going to give him a few looks. The 1-1, and that is inside for ball 2. Great stop by Bennett Sheeler to keep Sanders on second. To 1 count. The pitch, and that one is going to be hit into left field. Running over is Aiden Frey, and he makes the grab to retire Adam Sullivan. That's 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. That's going to bring up the second baseman for the Auburn Doubledays, Alex Sandell. Back-to-back pop-outs for the Doubledays. The pitch, and that one is going to be popped up to the second baseman, Aiden Grabowski, and he makes the grab for the third out here in the bottom of the third inning. No hits given up, no runs given up. 3-0 ball game. Doubledays still up. We're going to make our way to the top of the fourth. We'll be right back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We're back here for the top of the fourth inning. 3-0 ball game. Leading off for the Pioneers is the DH Cooper Smith, who singled in the first for the one and only hit so far of the game for the Pioneers. The pitch on the way from West is going to be popped up to shallow right field. Running over is going to be Alex Sandell, and he makes the grab, calls off Zach Bale for the first out here off of one pitch in the top of the first. What a great grab there by the second baseman for the first put out in the top of the fourth. That's going to bring up Aiden Frey, who popped up to right field in the first. The pitch from West does not find the strike zone. 1-0 count. 1-0 count, 1 out. West comes set, the pitch. And that one does not find the zone, just low, 2-0 count. As West has approached 45 pitches on the night through 3 1/3 innings. The pitch, and that one finds the zone for the first strike to Aiden Frey. Half of a full count to the righty with 1 out. The pitch, and that one does not find the zone, 3-1 count. West has 2 walks on the night, and he's got 2 strikeouts. That pitch does not find the zone. That is going to be the 3rd walk of the night given up by Lucas West to put Aiden Frey on first base. And that is going to bring up Darren Callahan, who walked in the 2nd. He was the 2nd runner on the base paths for the Pioneers. The pitch from West, and that one is going to be hit into right field. Running in is Lejeune, and he cannot make the grab. Alex Sandell out there. He hustled his way out there to keep Aiden Frey on second base. Did not want him advancing. We've got 1 out, 2 runners on. That's the 2nd hit of the game for the Auburn Doubledays. Darren Callahan has reached base twice so far in the game. And that's going to bring up Evan Blanchard, who struck out swinging in the 2nd. The pitch on the way, and that one is going to be hit and fouled first base side off of the clubhouse of the Pioneers. A 1 count. 3 looks by West. The pitch on the way, and that one does not find the zone. West did not want Frey to get any further off of second base. One count. That one is outside. Count is 2-1. 50th pitch of the night from Lucas West. Two balls, 1 strike. The 2-1, and that one does not find the zone. 3-1 count. A walk here would have bases loaded. The 3-1, and that one finds the zone. 3-2 count. Count is now full to Blanchard. West looking for a strikeout here. That would be his 3rd on the night. The pitch, and that one is outside for ball 4. We've got bases loaded. Aiden Frey on 3rd. Darren Callahan on 2nd. And on 1st is Evan Blanchard. Bases loaded, 1 out. That's going to bring up Patrick Ward. Popped up to the second baseman, Sandell, in the 2nd. The pitch, and that is outside. One 0 count. West going to give every runner a brief look. The pitch, and that one is going to be popped up and put out of play. 1-1 count. West looking to get out of a jam here with bases loaded. The 1-1, and that one is going to be fouled back. 1-2 count. West ahead. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 1-2 on the way, and that one is spiked in the ground. Count is 2-2. West really needs to get an out here. Does not want to give up any runs with bases loaded. The 2-2, and that one's going to be hit first base side, but stay foul. Ward stays alive. Two and two count. West really needing an out here. That would be the second out. Pump set. And the batter, Patrick Ward, is going to call time. West took too much time in between his next pitch. So he's back in the box. 2-2 count. West really taking his time. The pitch. And that one is just low. Count is now full. A walk here would score a run. And a strike here would get the second out. West doesn't want to give up any runs here. Comes set, the 3-2. And that one is going to be hit to Gavin Grafuso. The throw to second is in time. The throw to first is not in time. So instead of a 6-4-3 putout, it is only a 6-4. And reaching first base is going to be Patrick Ward on a fielder's choice. He's going to pick up an RBI that scores Aiden Frey. So in 12 2/3 innings against the Elmira Pioneers, Lucas West has now given up his first run against them to make it a 3-1 game. And that one is going to clip Eddie Kaufman. Another runner on bag for the Elmira Pioneers. Bases loaded again. This time with 2 outs. Darren Callahan on third, Blanchard on second, and that is going to be a called time from Steve LaRose, the head coach for the Doubledays. Going to talk briefly to Lucas West. Darren Callahan is on third. On second is Patrick Ward. Blanchard got out on the 6-4-3 play. Fans really want to see a strikeout here from Western, encouraging him to have a good at-bat here. That's going to bring up Bennett Sheeler, who walked in the third and moved to second on a wild pitch. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-1 ball game. The pitch on the way, and that one does not find the zone. One 0 count. West gives the runners a look. He comes set, the pitch, and that is outside for ball 2. We do have a pitcher warming up in the Auburn Doubledays bullpen. Steve LaRose giving them the signal to warm up more. The 2-0, and that one finds the zone. 2-1 count to Sheeler. No movement in the Pioneers bullpen. The 2-1, and that one finds the zone. 2-2 count. 60 pitches on the night from Lucas West. Going to take a deep breath before this next pitch. Looking for a strikeout here. The 2-2, and that one does not find the zone. Just missed. Count is full. Fans thought that one was a strikeout. Instead, it is a ball that'll make the count full. The 3-2, and that one does not find the zone. That is going to be a walk given up by Lucas West. And that is another run scored. That is Darren Callahan coming in to score off of a walk to Bennett Sheeler. So Eddie Kaufman on second, Patrick Ward on third, and Bennett Sheeler on first base. 3-2 ball game. Pioneers are inching their way back. And Steve LaRose is going to call time. And that might be it for Lucas West Knight. And in fact, it is. LaRose is going to make the call to the bullpen with 2 outs. Lucas West Knight is done. He threw for 3 2/3 innings. Fans give him an applause. He looked exceptional, just had 1 bad inning. Threw 3 2/3. He threw 2 strikeouts. He gave up 4 walks. And he only gave up a couple hits. So we have a relief pitcher for the Doubledays warming up. We'll be right back after he's all set to go. We're back here for the bottom of the 4th. We got 2 outs. Pitching now for the Auburn Doubledays is number 18, Garrett Potter. He's making his first appearance for the Doubledays. He comes in to the game with a bit of a jam. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Due up is Aiden Grabowski, who popped up to shortstop in his last at-bat. And that pitch is going to be ripped into left field for the Pioneers. 1 run scores. Another run is going to come in. The throw to home is not in time. So a single by Aiden Grabowski off of 1 pitch from Potter is going to make it a 3-4 ball game. Pioneers are now winning here in the bottom of the 4th. Game has flipped around quickly. Matthew Lehey up to the plate as the lineup flips over. Coming in to score was Patrick Ward and Eddie Kaufman. On second is Bennett Sheeler. On first is Aiden Grabowski. The pitch on the way, and that one is high. So his first pitch in a Doubledays uniform is a base hit that scores 2. The 1-0, and that one does not find the zone. We have stretching going on in the Doubledays bullpen already. The pitch, and that one does not find the zone. 3 straight balls from Garrett Potter. He's got 2 outs. The 3-0, and there's the first strike of the night for Garrett Potter. 3-1 count. Potter's going to give the runners a look. Come set, the pitch. And that one is going to plug Matthew Lehey right in the back. A hit by pitch to put another run on the bases. And we've got another bases loaded scenario here in the top of the fourth. That's going to bring up Andy Schroeder, who was 0-2 for the night. Struck out looking in the first. And hit one right to Zach Bale's glove in the third. He's working with 2 outs, bases loaded. The pitch from Potter is going to be popped up to Bradley Soto Diaz, running in, and he makes the grab for the third out here in the top of the fourth, but not after 4 runs come in for the Auburn Doubledays. An F8 put out for the third out in the top of the fourth. Doubledays are now down by 1. They were leading 3-0. They're going to need some runs here in the bottom of the fourth to crawl back into the lead. And we're going to make our way to the bottom of the fourth. We'll be right back. We're back here for the bottom of the fourth, 4-3 ball game. Doubledays losing. On the mound still for the Pioneers is Mike Giesler. And that pitch to Tyler Lejeune does not find the zone. 1-0 count. Lejeune approaching 45 pitches on the night. The 1-0, and that one finds the zone. Lejeune was hit by pitch in the first inning. Looking to get things going for the Doubledays here in the bottom of the fourth. They need some runs. The pitch on the way, and that one gets away from Giesler. Count is 2-1. Giesler's going to come set. The 2-1, and that one does not find the zone. 3-1 count. Come set. The 3-1 on the way. And that one finds the zone. 3-2 count. Count is full to Lejeune. Base hit ball 4 scenario for the Doubledays' 7th batter in their lineup. The pitch. And that one's going to be fouled third base side. And almost a great grab by a fan, but unfortunately it bounced away from him. Count is still full as Lejeune stays alive. Giesler comes set, the pitch on the way, and that one is low. We've got a runner on first base here in the bottom of the fourth. Lejeune has reached first base twice so far in his 2 at-bats. So Lejeune wins that at bat, and that's going to bring up Trevor Murray with no outs and 1 runner on, who foul tipped for a strikeout in the first. Already off of first is Lejeune. And there he goes to second, but that one is fouled, third base side. So Lejeune is going to have to make his way back. Oh, and 1 count. The pitch, and that one's going to be fouled first base side this time. 0 and 2 count. 50 pitches on the night for Mike Giesler. The 0-2, and that one's going to get away from the catcher Bennett Sheeler, but it only bounces a few feet away from him. So Lejeune is going to stay on first. First ball, pitch to Trevor Murray. 1 and 2 count. Lejeune off first. Giesler gives him 1 look already. Comes set. He's going to throw it back to first, but it is not in time. One ball, 2 strikes. Giesler comes set. And there goes Lejeune. The throw down to second is in time. That is the second out as Trevor Murray strikes out swinging. Tyler Lejeune caught stealing. That quickly changes the at-bat for Dalton Groves. He's working with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the fourth, a great throw by Bennett Sheeler to pick off Tyler Lejeune. That first pitch does not find the zone. 1-0 count. The pitch. And that one's going to be drilled into center field for a base hit for Dalton Groves. He stays alive with 2 outs. Great hit there by Groves to put 1 in play. We've got life here in the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs. That's going to bring up Bradley Soto Diaz, who popped up to first base in the second inning. He's looking for a triple here that would score Dalton Groves, and Groves is already off of first. Giesler comes set the pitch, and that one is spiked in the dirt. Another great stop by Bennett Sheeler to keep Groves on first. One 0 count. The pitch on the way, and that one finds the zone. 1 and 1 count. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And that one's going to be popped up and put out of play. 1 and 2 as Soto Diaz gets behind in the count. Soto Diaz really needs to get a base hit here or work himself into a walk. Off of first is Groves. Callahan keeping him close. Giesler comes set. The 1-2, and that one's fouled again. Soto Diaz stays alive as that one is flipped to the bat boy. He's going to give the home plate umpire some new baseballs. Stepping back up to the plate is Soto Diaz. But then he's going to step away and take a few more practice swings. 1-2 count. Off of first is Groves. Let's see what Soto Diaz can do. The pitch, and that one's fouled again. Third foul ball of the at-bat. One and two count. The throwback to first is not in time. Off of first is Groves, the 1-2, and that one's going to be hit to the shortstop, Patrick Ward. The throw to second is in time to get Dalton Groves. That's the third out here in the bottom of the fourth. No runs come in, one hit given up, but no damage done. So we're going to make our way to the top of the fifth as Garrett Potter is still pitching. 4-3 ball game, Pioneers up. We'll be right back. We're back here for the top of the fifth, 4-3 ball game. Leading off is Cooper Smith. He led off in the fourth inning. The lineup went through the entire order. Garrett Potter on the mound, the pitch, and that one finds the zone for the first strike here in the fifth inning. The 0-1, and that one is outside for the first ball of the at-bat. 1-1 count. Potter comes set, the pitch, and that one is going to be a ball. Cooper Smith is 1-2 on the night, singled in the first and popped up to second in the fourth, and that one is swung on and whiffed. Potter works himself ahead in the count, 2-2. Potter's going to take his time in between this next pitch. The 2-2 on the way, and that one gets away from him. Count is full. 10th pitch of the night from Potter. The 2-2, and that one's going to be hit to Adam Sullivan, who lays out for it. The throw to first, it's in time. What a play by Adam Sullivan. He laid out for that one and threw a dot to first base. What a play. Adam Sullivan for the first out here in the top of the fifth. Show off your arms, Sully. We've got one out, and that's going to bring up the cleanup batter, Adam Frey, who was 0 for 1 in the night. Popped up to right field in the first and walked in the fourth. The pitch, and that one is high, 2-0 count. The 2-0 to Frey is outside. 3-0 count. He gets well ahead. The 3-0, and that is going to be ball 4. Aiden Frey is going to take his base. We've got a runner on first here in the top of the 5th with 1 out. Going to bring up Darren Callahan, who's 1-1 for the night. He singled in the 4th. And the throwback to first is going to get away from Zach Bale's glove. But Aiden Frey is going to stay put. Alex Sandell really showing his hustle out there at second base, backing up throws, running out to pop flies. Doesn't really want any runners to advance. His hustle kept Aiden Frey on first base. The throwback to first is not in time again. That is 2 back-to-back pickoff attempts. The pitch, and that one is high for the first pitch of the at-bat to Darren Callahan. 1-0 count. Off of first is Frey. The pitch, and that one finds the strike zone. One ball, one strike. And there goes Frey to second. The throw is going to get away from Dalton Grove's hand. He decided to hold up because no one was there at second. So we've got a runner in scoring position as Frey picks up a stolen bag. The pitch, and that one does not find the zone. Well ahead of the count is Darren Callahan. And that one is swung on and whiffed. Count is full. And that one's fouled back our way. As one of the staff members for the Doubledays holding up a sign that says, "We miss you, Avery." Avery Dozy's last day was on Monday for the Doubledays. We're going to miss you, Dozy. And that pitch is going to be taken for a ball. That puts another runner on the bag for the Pioneers with 1 out. 2 walks on the night for Darren Callahan. That's going to bring up Evan Blanchard, who was 0-1 for the night. Off of first is Callahan, and off of second is Frey. Potter's going to come set the pitch, and that one gets away from him. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. The pitch, and that one finds the zone. 1-1 count. First strike of the at-bat to Evan Blanchard, who struck out swinging in the second and walked in the 4th. The pitch from Potter is going to be drilled into left field. Running over is Ryan Grundy, and he makes the grab on a great sliding grab. What a great play there by Ryan Grundy for the second out here in the top of the 5th inning. What a great play by Grundy to retire Blanchard, and that's going to bring up Patrick Ward, who is 0-2 for the night. 2 outs, 2 runners on still. The pitch, and that one's going to be hit to Capruso, who flips it to second for the 3rd out here in the top of the 5th. No hits given up, no runs given up, runners left stranded. 4-3 ball game. We are going to make our way to the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be right back. We're back here for the bottom of the 5th inning. Doubledays at-bats due up. Still on the mound is Mike Giesler, who's got 2 strikeouts on the night, given up 3 runs. That was in the bottom of the 1st. Has not given up a run since. He's going to face off against Gavin Grapuso, who was 1-2 for the night, singled in the 1st. The pitch, and that one does not find the zone. 1-0 count. The 1-0, and that one does in fact find the zone. 1-1 count. Giesler comes set, the 1-1 on the way, and that one's going to be hit to the shortstop, Patrick Ward. But the 3rd baseman grabs that, Evan Blanchard, and he gets the 1st out. Great throw there by Blanchard on the 5-3 putout. So with 1 out, that is going to bring up the 2nd batter in the Auburn Doubledays lineup, Ryan Grundy, who was 1-2 for the night. He doubled in the 1st. Giesler comes set, the 0-0, and that one's going to be belted, but stay foul, first base side. A 1-1 count with 1 out. Grundy's got 1 home run on the season. The pitch, and that one is low. 60 pitches on the night for Mike Giesler. We do have pitchers warming up in the Pioneers bullpen. Nothing in the Doubledays bullpen. The pitch, and that one is going to be a ball. Half of a full count to the lefty Grundy. Struck out looking in the 2nd. The 2-1, and that one's fouled back our way. 2-2 count. Grundy back in the box. Giesler pitching from the windup. Comes set. The 2-2. And that one is going to be popped up third base side and stay out of play. The 2-2 on the way. And that one is low. For ball 3, base hit ball 4 scenario for Ryan Grundy. Let's see what he can do here as Giesler comes set. The 3-2, and that one is high for ball 4. We've got a runner on first base with 1 out. And it looks like we've got a pinch batter here in the bottom of the 5th inning with 1 out. That is number 12. It looks like it is Aiden Ford pinch batting for the Doubledays. As Gabe Sanders' night is done, he went 0 for 1. He was hit by pitch in the 3rd. Off of first is Grundy. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and missed. That is actually Alfred Hody. He did wear number 33. He's now wearing 12. The throwback to first is not in time. So Alfred Hody is pinch batting now for the Auburn Doubledays here in the 5th. The pitch, and that one's going to be drilled in the left field, but caught by Aiden Frey for the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 5th. And that's going to bring up Zach Bale, the cleanup batter, who tripled in the 1st. So Hody lines out in the bottom of the 5th. Off of first is Grundy. The pitch to Bale is low and in the ground. 1-0 count. He's going to throw back to first, but that is not in time to try and get Ryan Grundy. Still a 1-0 count to Zach Bale. The throw back to first again. Back-to-back pickoff attempts. To Giesler. 1-0 count. Dancing around already is Grundy. The 1-0, and that one is swung on and whiffed by Zach Bale. Swinging for the fences with that one. Giesler is going to come set. The 1-1, and that one finds the zone. 80 miles per hour from Giesler there on a changeup. Count is 1-2. Bale is down in the count. Off of first is Grundy. Let's see what Zach Bale can do. The 1-2 on the way, and that is well outside and high. Great stop there by the catcher, Bennett Sheeler. Keep Grundy on first. 2-2 count. Giesler is going to come set from the stretch. He's going to throw it back, and we've got a rundown as Grundy was caught. The throw back to first, a fake throw by Patrick Ward that catches Grundy stealing. He's out on a pickle. Great play there by the Pioneers defense to catch Grundy sleeping. That is the third out here in the bottom of the fifth. Zach Bales at bat is halted short. We're going to make our way to the top of the sixth. 4-3 ball game. Pioneers up. We'll be right back. We're back here for the top of the sixth inning. 4-3 ball game. Doubledays down by 1 run. And leading off against Garrett Potter is Eddie Kaufman, who was 0-1 for the night. He was hit by pitch in the fourth inning. Pitch from Potter on the way is going to be taken for a strike. Potter's looked great ever since that fourth inning where he gave up a couple runs off of the first pitch that he threw. It was a single in the left field that scored 2 runs. Ever since then, he's looked sharp as that pitch finds the zone, the 1-1. And that one's going to be hit into Gavin Grapuso's glove for the first out here in the top of the sixth. What a grab there by Gavin Grapuso to retire Eddie Kaufman. We've got 1 out, and that is going to bring up the 9th batter in the Pioneers lineup, Bennett Sheeler, who has walked twice so far in this game. Potter comes set, the pitch on the way, and that one is taken for a strike. Oh, 1 count, 1 out. The pitch from Potter is a breaking ball that gets past the glove of Dalton Groves. 1-1 count. Potter comes set the pitch, and that one is going to be belted out towards Bradley Soto Diaz. He runs back and makes the grab to retire Bennett Sheeler. 2 outs here in the top of the sixth. Time is 8:50 as the day turns to nighttime. That's going to bring up the last batter in the Pioneers lineup, Aiden Grabowski, who was 1 for 2 on the night. He singled in the fourth. We've got 2 outs as that one finds the zone. The pitch, and that one is wild. The pitch on the way, and that one finds the zone. 2-2 count. The pitch on the way, and that one is wild. 3 balls. There's only 1 strike. That first pitch missed the zone. The 3-1 on the way. It's going to be hit right to Alex Sandell. He gloves it cleanly. The throw to first is in time to retire the speedy Aiden Grabowski. Almost beat that one out, but it was a easy throw for Sandell for the third out here in the top of the sixth. 3 up, 3 down, no runs given up, no hits. We're going to make our way to the bottom of the sixth. We'll be right back. We're back here for the bottom of the sixth inning. Leading off is Zach Bale. His at-bat was cut short because Ryan Grundy was caught stealing. He lost the pitch, and that one does not find the zone. 1-0 count, and that one does not find the zone. Still on the mound is Mike Giesler, excuse me. He's thrown 5 full innings. He's down 2-0. Comes set the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled, and that one is a broken bat as the handle comes flying off, and Zach Bale loses his bat to the dugout. That one went flying to the Doubledays dugout, and he's going to be given a new bat. He's going to put some sticky tack on it for regrip. 2-1 count. That bat went flying. Two balls, 1 strike. Giesler comes set the pitch, and that one's fouled back our way. 2-2 count. 75 pitches on the night for Mike Giesler. Fans want to see a base hit from Bale. He's working with a 2-2 count. The pitch, and that one is fouled. No, it's not. It is going to be a strikeout as Zach Bale loses his bat again. Goes flying from his hands. That's a strikeout for Mike Giesler as Zach Bale strikes out swinging and he loses his bat. That's 1 out here in the bottom of the sixth, and that's going to bring up Adam Sullivan. He's 0-2 for the night. He erred in the first for a base hit and then popped up to left field in the third. And the manager for the Pioneers, Andrew Drum, is going to make his way out there. And it looks like Mike Giesler's night is done. Close to 80 pitches. He threw for 5 1/3. He leaves the game winning 4-3. And the Pioneers are, in fact, going to make a call to the dugout. Sullivan's going to face a relief pitcher with 1 out. We'll be right back. We've got a pitching change here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitching now is number 88, Aaron Martin. He comes to the game with 1 out, 4-3 ball game. Going to face off against Adam Sullivan, who's 0-2 for the night. Martin's going to come set the pitch, and that is well high. First pitch of the night from Aaron Martin is a ball. One and 0 count. And that one is spiked in the ground. Back-to-back balls from Aaron Martin. 2 and 0 count. I'm not getting any stats on Aaron Martin. I'm going to say that this is his first appearance of the season. He attends Shorter University. And he's down 2-0 to Sullivan. The pitch. And that one is well inside. Martin so far having a hard time finding the strike zone. 3 straight balls from Aaron Martin. And Bennett Sheeler is going to call time to go talk to his relief pitcher. Three and 0 count. Sullivan looking for a walk here. Way ahead in the count. On deck is Alex Sandell. And Martin's going to step off before the next pitch is thrown. Three balls, no strikes, 1 out. The pitch on the way, and that one does not find the zone for ball 4. 4 straight balls from Aaron Martin. Adam Sullivan's going to take his base. We've got a runner on with 1 out, and that's going to bring up Alex Sandell. The second baseman is 0-1 for the night. Off of first is Sullivan. Martin's going to give him a look. The pitch. And that is 5 straight balls from Aaron Martin. 1-0 count. Martin's going to come set. The pitch on the way. And that one finds the zone. The first strike of the night from Aaron Martin is to Alex Sandell. Going to give Sullivan a look. Come set. He's pitching from the stretch. The 1-1. And that one is well inside to Alex Sandell. Almost clips him, but he gets out of the way. Two and 1 count. A 2-1 on the way, and that one is going to be fouled and off of the leg of Sandell. Count is 2-2. Sandell swung for the fences with that one. Tripped over himself as well. Two balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 on the way, and that one's fouled back our way. Sandell stays alive. Sandell up to the box. Sullivan off of first. The 2-2, and that one is high. 3-2 count. 10th pitch of the night from Aaron Martin. 3-2 on the way, and that one is swung on and whiffed. There's the first strikeout of the night for Aaron Martin as he catches Sandell swinging. We've got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to bring up Tyler Lejeune, looking for his first hit of the season. He has reached base twice so far. He was hit by pitch in the first and walked in the 4th. The pitch on the way, and that one is going to be thrown down to first, but it gets away. Sullivan's going to make his way towards second. A wild throw from the catcher, Bennett Sheeler, advances Sullivan to second base. We've got a 1-0 count with 2 outs. Fans really want to see something from Tyler Lejeune with Sullivan in scoring position. The pitch on the way, and that one is high, 2-0 count. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. A 2-0, and that one finds the zone. 2-1 count to the lefty Lejeune. Working with 2 outs, a runner in scoring position. The 2-1 on the way, and that one's going to be hit shortly to the catcher, Scholler. The throw to first is going to be in time for the 3rd out. Field umpire says that Darren Callahan's cleat was in fact on first base. That's going to be it here for the 6th. We're going to make our way to the 7th. We'll be right back. 4-3 ball game. We're back here for the top of the 7th. We've got a pitching change. Pitching now is Andrew Rucci for the Doubledays. Garrett Potter's night is done through 2 1/3. Gave up 2 runs. The pitch, and that one does not find the zone. First pitch of the night from Andrew Rucci is a ball. She's from Staten Island, New York, and plays his college ball at Wagner College. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be hit to Alex Sandell, who gloves it, and that one gets away from him, and rounding first was going to be Matthew Lehey, but he's going to stay at first base. He's going to get to first on an error from Alex Sandell. It hit off of his glove and went to right field. That is going to be an E4 to put a runner on base. No outs, 1 on. That's going to bring up Andy Schroeder, who is 0 for 3 for the night. And Dalton Groves is going to go call time to talk to Andrew Rucci. So Matthew Lehey reaches first for the second time tonight. He was hit by pitch in the fourth, popped up to Sandell in the third, and popped out to right field in the first. He's already off of first. The pitch from Rucci is going to be high. One ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way, and that one is high for ball 2. She's going to come set. And there goes Lehey to second. The throw to second is not going to be in time as Grapuso bobbles that one. Gets away from him. But Sandell was back there to back it up. Schroeder did in fact swing at that one. So it is a 2-1 count. Runner in scoring position with no outs. Stolen bag for Matthew Lehey. He's already off of second. The 2-1. And that one gets away from Rucci. 3-1 count. The 3-1. And that one is swung on and whiffed. 3-2 count. Rucci works himself back into the count. He's looking for a strikeout here to pick up the first out here in the top of the 7th. Going to give Lehey a look, the pitch, and that one's fouled back our way. Schroeder stays alive. Rucci already approaching 10 pitches on the night. The pitch on the way, and that one does not find the zone. That is a walk given up by Andrew Rucci. Put another runner on the bases. Schroeder on first, Lehey on second. That's going to bring up Cooper Smith, the DH. He's 1 and 3 for the night. He singled in the first, popped out in the fourth, and hit for a ground ball in the fifth. Dancing around is Matthew Lehey. Keeping as close is Sandell. Rucci's giving him a look. And Cooper Smith is going to call time. Already off of second is Lehey. And laying down a bunt is Cooper Smith. He pops up right to Zach Bale. Not a great bunt attempt there by Cooper Smith for the first out here in the 7th. No runners advance. That one went straight up right to Zach Bale. One out. Still 2 runners on. Rucci's going to step off of the mound, try and fake a pickoff attempt to Lehey. That one scared him back to the bag. Hitting now is Aiden Frey, the pitch, and that one is going to be fouled off of Dalton Groves. Home plate umpire is going to give him a minute. That one hit off of his helmet. A 1 count. Rucci's going to come set the pitch, and that one is inside. Lehigh dancing around. Groves is going to chase him back to the bag. 1-1. Rucci's going to come set. The 1-1 on the way, and that one finds the zone. 1-2. Rucci ahead in the count, looking for his first strikeout of the night. One ball, two strikes the pitch, and that one is low for ball two. Rucci thought he got him. Two and two. He comes set. The pitch on the way, and that one's fouled back our way. Smith stays alive. That one is collected by the on-deck batter, Aiden Frey, and thrown to the bat boy. The pitch, and that one is inside. And there goes Lehigh. He's going to avoid the ball. He gets over the ball, and he's going to round third and go to home. An RBI from Aiden Frey to score Matthew Lehigh. Five to 3 game. Pioneers increasing their lead. Great hit into left field there by Aiden Frey, who's 0-2 for the night. And that's going to bring up Darren Callahan, who is 1-1 for the night. He walked in the second, singled in the fourth, and walked in the fifth. 1 out, 2 runners on. The pitch, and that one is swung on and whiffed. 5 to 3 ball game. Pioneers up by 2. Rucci approaching 20 pitches on the night. 1-1 to Darren Callahan. Fifth batter in the Pioneers lineup. The pitch, and that one is well high. Great stop there by Groves. Rucci's going to come set, 2-1 count, the pitch, and that one is going to be spiked in the ground, 3-1 count. No movement in the Doubledays bullpen. Rucci's down 3-1 to Callahan. On deck is Evan Blanchard. The pitch, and that one is high for ball 4. That's a walk given up by Andrew Rucci. Aiden Frey on second, Derek Callahan on first, and on third is Andy Schroeder. And Dalton Groves is going to call timeout to talk to the relief pitcher, Andrew Rucci. He's got 1 out, bases loaded. Evan Blanchard up to the plate now. 0-2 for the night, struck out swinging in the second, walked in the fourth, and popped up to left field in the fifth. This is his 4th at-bat of the night. Oh, count as Blanchard steps back up to the plate. Bases loaded, 1 out. And that one is swung on, and Blanchard's going to lose his bat. 0-1 count. We saw Zach Bale lose his bat earlier and struck out swinging. Looks like that just happened to Evan Blanchard as he loses his bat. Oh, 1 the pitch, and that one's going to be drilled into left field. Running over is Ryan Grundy. He cannot grab it. 1 run is going to come in. Another run waved in, and here comes 3 runs on a stand-up double from Evan Blanchard. He clears the bases. 8-3 ball game. Pioneers up big here in the top of the 7th. On the stand-up double from Evan Blanchard to score Darren Callahan, Aiden Frey, and Andy Schroeder. Due up to the plate is Patrick Ward, the shortstop. 0-3 for the night. First pitch is a ball. .25 pitches on the night from Rucci. The 1-0, and that one's going to be hit into right field and drop in front of Tyler Lejeune. And rounding third is Evan Blanchard. He scores. 9-3 ball game. Pioneers are starting to get a huge lead here in the 7th. They're up by 6 runs. Rucci has given up 5 runs here in the top of the 7th. Blanchard goes in to score. A single for Patrick Ward. That's going to bring up Eddie Kaufman. 1-0 count. That one could not find the zone. Kaufman is 0-2 for the night. And that one is swung on and sorted. 1-1 count. Rucci's going to give Ward a look off of first. Comes set. The pitch to Kaufman on the way. And that one is well wild. Great stop there by Groves. 2-1 count. Three and 1 count. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and whiffed. Count is actually 2-2 to Andrew Rucci. From Andrew Rucci to Eddie Kaufman. Excuse me. Rucci looking for a strikeout here. The pitch, and that one's fouled back our way. Kaufman stays alive. Two and 2 count still from Eddie Kaufman. The pitch from Rucci, and that one is high. We have a pitcher warming up in the Doubledays bullpen. 9-3 ball game. Off of first is Ward. The pitch, and that one is low for ball 4. Andrew Rucci struggling in the top of the 7th. And Steve LaRose out there looking towards the Doubledays bullpen, wondering if anyone is warming up. He's going to make his way out there to the mound. Rucci has given up 5 runs in the 7th, only has 1 out. And this might be it for Andrew Rucci's night, as Kaufman was just walked. Runner on first, 1 out, and Andrew Rucci's night is done. Bennett Sheeler, the catcher, due up to the plate. And we'll be right back as a relief pitcher warms up for the Doubledays. We'll be right back. We're back here for the top of the 7th. 9-3 ball game. Andrew Rucci's night is done. Up to the mound is Skylar Mays. The throwback to first. No one is there. And that is going to score a run. The throw to home is not in time, as Patrick Ward scores on a wild throw back to the mound. To first base, to Zach Bale. Zach Bale was not covering. So Patrick Ward scores, and on third is Eddie Kaufman. Wild throw, 10-3 ball game. Double digits runs, and that one's going to be popped up. Running over is Dalton Groves. He makes the grab to retire Bennett Sheeler. An F2 for the second out. Here in the top of the 7th. One pitch thrown from Skylar Mays is an out. So the Pioneers keep extending their lead here in the 7th. That's going to bring up Aiden Grabowski, the second baseman for the Pioneers. Was 1 for 3 on the night. The pitch from Mays gets away from Groves, and we've got another run coming in for the Pioneers. That's going to be Eddie Kaufman on a wild pitch. So the bases are cleared. 11-3 ball game. Suddenly, the Pioneers are almost up by double digits. They really flipped the switch here in the top of the 7th. They've scored 7 runs. That one was a ball, 1-0 pitch. And that one is going to be another ball, 2-0 count. A 2-0, and that one finds the zone. Pitch clocked in at 58. That can't be right. The 2-1 on the way, and that one's going to be fouled back our way. 5th pitch of the night from Skylar Mays. 2-2 count with 2 outs. The 2-2 on the way, and that one is swung and a miss. There's a strikeout for Skylar Mays to pick up the 3rd out. But a disastrous inning for the Doubledays defense as they give up 7 runs. The Pioneers just went through their whole batting order there. in the 7th inning. 11-3 ball game. Pioneers up huge. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th inning on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We're back here for the bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Doubledays is a pinch hitter, Logan Scully, number 11. The pitch on the way, and that one finds the zone from Aaron Martin. Doubledays down big here in the bottom of the 7th. They definitely need some insurance runs. The pitch on the way, and that one is high for ball 1. Trevor Murray's night is done. He went 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Martin comes set, the 1-1, and that one does not find the zone. Back-to-back balls from Aaron Martin. Balls 1 strike. The 2-1, and that one is high for ball 3. Time is 9:30 here at Falcon Park, Auburn. It is pitch black. Lights are on. 2.5 hours to get through 6 full innings. We're here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and whiffed. Count is full to Logan Scully. The 3-2 on the way, and that one is going to be high for ball 4. Logan Scully is going to take his bag. We've got a runner on base here in the bottom of the 7th. Off of first already is Scully. Due up to the plate is Dalton Groves, the ninth batter in the Doubledays lineup, as that one finds the zone. 0-1 count. Scully's dancing around, trying to grab the attention of Martin. Martin's going to give him a look. The 0-1, and that one is high for ball 1. Great grab there by Bennett Sheeler. Martin comes set. Scully off of first. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be belted and popped up to the first baseman, Darren Callahan. He drops it. He drops the ball. The throw to second is in time, unfortunately, to retire Logan Scully. but Dalton Groves is going to get on first because of an E3. We do have one out, though, in the bottom of the 7th, but Callahan dropped that one. He was still able to make an out, though, and that's going to bring up Bradley Soto Diaz, who's 0-2 for the night, off of first is Groves. The pitch on the way, and that one is high. One 0 count with one out. The pitch, and that one is swung on and whiffed. 1-1 count. Martin's going to give Groves a look, come set the pitch, and that one is spiked. 2-1 count. 25 pitches on the night from Aaron Martin. The 2-1, and that one is called strike. Count is 2-2. Off of first is Groves. Not going to go far. Doesn't want to get picked off by the lefty pitcher. The 2-2, and that one's fouled back our way. Still a 2-2 count. The 2-2, and that one is outside for ball 3. Doubledays need another runner on the base, so a walk here would be huge. Martin's going to come set. Groves off first. The 3-2, and that one is high. Bradley Soto Diaz is going to be walked. That's going to put Groves on second, Soto Diaz on first. The lineup is going to flip over. That's going to bring up Gavin Grapuso with 2 runners on. He is 1-3 for the night. Singled in the first, hit for a ground out in the 2nd and 5th. He's looking to score some insurance runs here with a runner in scoring position. Martin's going to come set. The pitch on the way, and that one is low for ball 1. 1-0 count. The pitch, and that one is inside for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. The 2-0, and that one finds the zone. Count is 2-1. Grapuso doesn't agree with that, but home-plate umpire calls that one a strike. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to hit Grapuso square in the back. We've got bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th with 1 out. Grapuso on first, Bradley Soto Diaz on second, and on third is Dalton Groves. And with bases loaded, that's going to bring up Ryan Grundy, who is 1-2 for the night. He doubled in the first and scored, struck out looking in the 2nd, and walked and was caught stealing in the 5th. He could do some damage here with bases loaded. The pitch on the way, and that one is high for ball 1 of the at-bat. Doubledays fans starting to make some noise. They want to see a base hit. The 1-0, and that one finds the zone. 1-1 count. One count. pitch on the way, and that one does not find the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1, and that one's going to be hit into center field and dropped for a base hit. 1 run scores, and Bradley Soto Diaz is going to be held up at third. A base hit from Ryan Grundy to score a run here in the top of the 7th. Dalton Groves came in to score. Soto Diaz on third. On second is Grapuso. An RBI for Ryan Grundy to make it an 11-4 ball game. 1 out, bases loaded. Doubledays are hopefully inching their way back in the ball game. Due up is Alfred Hody, and he swings and misses at that one. 0-1 count. He popped up to left field in his first at-bat in the 5th. The 0-1, and that one finds the zone. 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 0-2, and that one's going to be popped up to shallow center field. And underneath that is Aiden Grabowski, the second baseman for the Pioneers, for the 2nd out in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's going to bring up Zach Bale, who's 1-3 for the night. He tripled in the 1st and scored. He's working with 2 outs. A base hit here would score 2. The pitch, and that one does not find the zone. The 1-0, and that one finds the zone. 1-1 count. Martin's going to come set. Runners are off their bags. The pitch, and that one gets away from Martin. 2-1 count. The 2-1 on the way, and that one does not find the zone. 3-1 count to Zach Bale. A walk here would score a run, making it 11-5 ball game. Let's see what Bale can do. Ahead in the count, 3-1 the pitch, and that one does not find the zone. That is going to be a walk given up by Aaron Martin to score Bradley Soto Diaz. Rapuso is going to be on third. Grundy is going to be on second, and on first is Zach Bale with a walk with 2 outs. 11-5 ball game. Doubledays score 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. And calling time is going to be Andrew Drum, the manager for the Pioneers. Adam Sullivan due up to the plate. 0-2 for the night. His last at-bat in the 6th, he walked and moved to second on a wild pitch. So Aaron Martin is still going to be on the mound. He's got 2 outs, bases loaded. Sullivan up to the plate. Base hit here would score a couple runs. Doubledays would be back in it. The pitch on the way, and that one almost clips Sullivan right in the leg, but he moves out of the way. The 1-0, and that one is high for ball 2. Martin comes set. The 2-0 on the way, and that one is inside again. Count is 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Sullivan well ahead. 3-0 on the way, and that one finds the zone. Count is 3-1. The 3-1 on the way, and that one gets away from Martin. Another run is going to score. 11-6 ball game. Doubledays have scored 3 times here in the bottom of the 7th, inching their way back. And Andrew Drum is going to make his way out to the mound. This might be it for Aaron Martin's night, and in fact it is. Drum's going to make the call to the bullpen. We'll be back as a relief pitcher warms up. We are back here for the bottom of the 7th still. 2 outs. On the mound now is Owen Hoyt. Pitch hitting is Anthony Piazza for Alex Sandell. Bases loaded. And the first pitch of the night from Owen Hoyt is a ball to Piazza. So Sandell's night is done. He went 0 for 2 with a walk in the first, strikeout swinging in the 6th. Bases loaded, the 1-0, and that one finds the zone. 1-1 count. The 1-1, and that one's going to be fouled first base side and stay out of play. One and 2 count. Let's see what Piazza can do. The pitch, and that one gets away from Hoyt. 2-2 count. Two balls, two strikes. The pitch on the way, and that one is low for ball 3. Piazza lives to see another pitch. Count is full. A walk here would score another run. Let's see what Piazza can do. The 3-2, and that one is spiked in the ground. Another run is going to come in. Back-to-back walks given up by the Pioneers pitching staff. On third is Zach Bale. On second is Sullivan. On first is Anthony Piazza. And it is 11-7 ball game. Due up to the plate is Tyler Lejeune. And that one is going to get away from the catcher Bennett Sheeler, but staying at third is Zach Bale. 1-0 count. Got a 1-0 count to Tyler Lejeune, looking for his first hit of the season. Let's see what the new kid can do for the Doubledays with bases loaded. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and whiffed. 1-1 count. (11-7) ball game. Doubledays have scored 4 here in the bottom of the 7th. Runners are off their bags. The 1-1, and that one is taken for a strike. The fastball clocking in at 35 miles per hour to Tyler Lejeune. That's not right. The 1-2, and that one is in the ground. Lejeune lives to see another pitch. 2-2 count. 10th pitch of the night from Owen Hoyt. And that one is going to be taken for a ball. 3-2 count. The 3-2 on the way, and that one's fouled. First base side. Could not stay fair. Still bases loaded with 2 outs. Still a 3-2 count. The 3-2 on the way, and that one is going to be taken for a ball. Another run is going to come in. 11-8 ball game as Zach Bale scores. And Lejeune is going to be on first base. Piazza off of second base, and on third is Sullivan as Bale comes in to score. And the lineup is going to go through the whole order another time as Logan Scully is due up to plate. The pitch to Scully is swung on and whiffed. Scully walked in the 7th already. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and whiffed. Back-to-back strikes to Logan Scully. Catches him swinging. 11-8 ball game. Doubledays have scored 5 here in the bottom of the 7th. Hoyt's going to come set. The pitch on the way, and that one is taken for a ball. 1-2 count. On deck is Dalton Groves, who popped up for an error in the 7th. The 1-2, and that is taken for a ball. 2-2 count. Hoyt's going to come set. The 2-2 on the way, And that one is going to get away from him. 3-2 count. A walk here would be Logan Scully's second walk in the bottom of the 7th, as the lineup has already gone through once. 3-2, 2 outs. Let's see what Scully can do. The pitch, and he goes down swinging. Runners are left stranded. Doubledays score 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. They're inching their way back in the game, only down by 3 now instead of 8. We're going to make our way to the top of the 8th inning. We'll be right back. We're back here for the top of the 8th inning. Still pitching is Skylar Mays. The pitch on the way is a ephus pitch from Skylar Mays that does not find the zone. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. 2-1 count. The pitch, and that one's going to be ripped right to Garpuso. The throw to first is not going to be in time. It gets away from Zach Bale's glove. The throw back is in time. Great hustle there by Dalton Groves. A kick past Zach Bale's glove. Groves was over there to back up the throw, and he threw it back to Bale to get out Matthew Lehigh. What a great play there by Dalton Groves to back that one out for the first out here in the top of the 8th. It's going to bring up Andy Schroeder. That pitch is a ball. And that pitch is also taken for a ball to Schroeder. Two and one count. He's not really putting any pace on his pitches, just throwing it in there, wanting his defense to do the work. And now it is a 3-1 count. To Andy Schroeder. And that is taken for a strike. Count is full. Schroeder thought he walked. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 3-2. And that one's going to be hit to left field. Running over is Ryan Grundy, and he's not going to make the grab. Rounding first is Andy Schroeder, but he's going to stay on first base off of a single. So with 1 out, we've got a runner on first base. That's going to bring up Cooper Smith. He's 1-4 for the night. The pitch, and that one finds the zone. Mays comes set, the pitch, and that one's going to be popped off first base side and stay out of play. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Off of first is Schroeder. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be belted into shallow center field. Running over is Gavin Capruso, and he makes the grab to retire Cooper Smith for the second out here in the top of the 8th. Off of first is Schroeder. The pitch on the way, and the throw down to second to try and get Schroeder is going to not be in time, and it gets away from Anthony Piazza. And Schroeder ended up tripping on Piazza. He appears to be all right. Piazza's going to check on him. That one was taken for a ball from Aiden Frey. He's 1-2 for the night. Singled in the 7th. The pitch on the way. And it's taken for a ball. Back-to-back balls to Aiden Frey. And that one is taken for a strike. And that one's going to be hit right to Bradley Soto Diaz. It drops in front of him. Being waved home is Andy Schroeder. The throw to home is not in time. Great throw there by Bradley Soto Diaz, but it was not in time. Another run is going to be scored by the Pioneers. Make it a 12-8 ball game. A high-scoring game here in Falcon Park, as that is a single by Aiden Frey to score Schroeder. Due up to the plate is Darren Callahan. 1-1 for the night. Walked 3 times, singled once. That pitch does not find the zone. 1-0 count. And that one is taken for a ball. Balls, no strikes. 2-0 on the way, and that is outside for ball 3. The 3-0, and that is taken for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Throw back to first is not in time. And that was going to be hit to left field, and underneath that is Ryan Grundy for the 3rd out. So 1 run comes in here in the top of the 8th off of a hit from Aiden Frey to score Schroeder. But only 1 run. A good outing from Skylar Mays. We're going to make our way to the bottom of the 8th. Doubledays need some insurance runs. We'll be right back. back here for the bottom of the 8th. Leading off is Dalton Groves. The pitch from Hoyt is going to be hit to the shortstop, Patrick Ward. The throw to first is in time to retire Dalton Groves. A 6-3 put out for the first out in the bottom of the 8th. That is going to bring up Bradley Soto Diaz with 1 out. He is 0 for 2 for the night, walked in the 7th and scored. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike. Hoyt's got 20 pitches on the night. Comes set, the 0-1, and that one's going to be ripped into center field and dropped for a base hit in front of Eddie Kaufman. That's the first hit of the night for Bradley Soto Diaz. And it looks like I'm not sure what's going on, but oh, I know what's going on. Fernando Espinal is pinch hitting for Gavin Grapuso. It looked like Ryan Grundy was coming out, but he's not. So Fernando Espinal is going to pinch hit for Grapuso in the 8th. He's dealing with a runner on first and 1 out. He's batting .400 on the season. A base hit here would move around Soto Diaz. Diaz off of first, inching his way towards second. The pitch from Hoyt is taken for a ball by Espinal. The 1-0, and that's taken for a strike. First strike to Espinal. One ball, one strike. Soto Diaz off of first again. Callahan keeping him close. The 1-1 is outside for ball 2. Two 1. Espinal back up to the plate. And the throwback to first to try to get Soto Diaz is not in time. Soto Diaz off of first already. The 2-1, and that one's going to be fouled and put out of play. Now the count is 2-2. Hoyt's going to come set. The 2-2, and that one's fouled again. Espinal stays alive. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Hoyt's going to give Soto Diaz a look. Comes set, the 2-2, and that is taken for a strike. Espinal goes down looking. He can't believe it. And that's going to be the second out here in the bottom of the 8th. As Espinal goes down looking. That's going to bring up Ryan Grundy, who is 2-3 for the night, singled in the 7th. And there goes Soto Diaz, but he's going to have to go back because Grundy fouled that one back. Oh, 0-1 count. Soto Diaz still on first. 12-8 ball game. Doubledays inch their way back in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch from Hoyt is going to be fouled back our way again. Grundy just early on that one. 0-2 count. Off of first is Soto Diaz. Coming set is Hoyt. The 0-2. And that one finds the zone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Owen Hoyt as 2 Doubledays batters go down looking. That's going to be it here for the 8th. We're going to make our way to the top of the 9th. 12-8 ball game. We'll be right back. We are back here for the top of the 9th, and the first pitch to Evan Blanchard is a hit by pitch. So that's already a runner on first base. And that pitch to Patrick Ward is a ball. 1-0 count. The pitch, and that is taken for a strike. 1-1 count. Mays is going to come set, throw it, and that one's hit down the third base line and going to go into left field. Rounding second is Blanchard, and he's going to get to third safely, and on second for a stand-up double is Patrick Ward as he advances the runner. So we've got 2 runners in scoring position. That's going to bring up Eddie Kaufman, who's 0-2 for the night. He was walked in the 7th. The pitch, and that one is swung on and whiffed. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be hit down the first base line to Zach Bale, who steps on first base for the first out, but that is going to be an RBI for Eddie Kaufman that scored Blanchard and moved Ward to third. 13-8 ball game as the Pioneers keep increasing their lead here in the 9th, as that pitch is taken for a strike to Bennett Sheeler. The pitch from Mays, and that one's going to be popped up to right field. Underneath that is the right fielder, Tyler Legine, and tagging up is Patrick Ward. The throw was not in time. 14-8 ball game. Pioneers just keep on increasing their lead after they closed it a little bit in the bottom of the 7th. They're now up by 6. There are 2 outs, though, in the top of the 9th, but that is an RBI for Bennett Sheeler. score Patrick Ward as that first pitch does not find the zone. 2 outs, 1-0, no runners on. That one's going to be hit to Lejeune again. He goes back and catches it for the 3rd out. That's it here in the 9th. We're going to make our way to the bottom of the 9th inning. 14-8 ball game. 2 runs come in. We'll be back for the Doubledays at bats in the bottom of the 9th. They need 6 runs to tie it, 7 to win it. Let's hope for a miracle. We'll be right back. We are back for the bottom of the 9th inning. Leading off is Alfred Hody. He is 0-2 for the night so far. And the pitch from Owen Hoyt is a ball. Doubledays are down by 6 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Need some runs here to tie it. And that one's going to be smashed to right field. But running over that is Andy Schroeder for the 1st out on a F9 putout. We've got 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. That is going to bring up Zach Bale, who tripled in his first at-bat and so far has not gotten a hit yet. 1 out, no runners on. Hoyt's going to come set. The pitch on the way, and that one is taken for a ball. Going to take a moment to catch his breath before the next pitch. The 1-0. Fouled back our way. Hoyt's got about 35 pitches on the night. The 1-1 on the way to Bale is taken for a strike outside corner of the plate. A 1-2, and that is outside for ball 2. On deck is Adam Sullivan. He hasn't had a hit yet in the game so far, and that one's going to be hit to the 3rd baseman, Evan Blanchard. The throw to first is in time to put out Zach Bale. A 5-3 put out for the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 9th. The Doubledays are up to their last out. With 2 outs, they need a miracle. Sullivan, a lefty, looking for the first hit here in the 9th. get things going for the Doubledays offensively. The pitch from Hoyt is going to be smacked right to the shortstop for the last out in the game. A 6-3 putout to retire Sullivan. A great play by Patrick Ward. And that is going to be it. The Doubledays are going to lose this one 14-8. Getting the win is Mike Giesler, and getting the loss is going to be Lucas West. And Owen Hoyt is going to get the save. So the Doubledays are going to drop to 16-11 and 1 out, or 1 tie. They're going to be 6 games behind the first place Batavia Muck Dogs. They have lost 3 of their past 3 games, 3-game losing streak. And in regard to the Elmira Pioneers, they're going to improve to 15-12. And they are going to be 6.5 games behind the first place Muck Dogs. Doubledays lose this one big. They bounce back tomorrow, though, looking for a win. And then they have another game on Thursday. So they could use those 2 games to improve in the standings and end their losing streak and their winning drought. Doubledays bats did come alive, though, in the bottom of the 7th, but it was just not enough. As the Pioneers win this one by almost double digits. Thank you for tuning in tonight from the outing between the Doubledays and the Elmira Pioneers. We'll be back tomorrow night. I'm Evan Crocchio. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.